Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is Module 4. Today's training, you will be learning how to submit an offer package. It's a three-step process, and once completed, you will be forwarding those three documents that you'll be learning how to complete today over to my email so that I can actually forward them off and do what I need to do with them. These steps do not take long at all, but they are pretty important to getting, to the bid process. So your help in this is very much appreciated, and I am looking forward to putting this module together for you so that you can have a complete training and understanding of exactly what it is I need you to do. You will be using an Adobe or PDF editor today. You will be using Microsoft Excel to open up a spreadsheet, and you will also be going online and accessing one of the websites that we use to get a proof of funds letter. So let me start out by showing you what email or what Excel sheet I'll be sending you in an email. When you get your email from me, there's going to be a daily email. In that daily email, it will tell you exactly what work and tasks that I need for you to do for the day. It will also have a spreadsheet like this attached. This spreadsheet will have two sections. It'll say daily file sheet. It'll say the month, and it'll say REO MLS bids. Over here in this section, it says web page and email marketing deals. Both of these two sections will be used to work on your deals, but this first section is the section you'll be using just to complete your offers. So we're going to go in and start this process right now. All right. Um, you're going to be using this spreadsheet, as I mentioned, and also you're going to be using two contracts. The two contracts, both of them can be found in your Dropbox under contracts. Let me make this a little bit larger. The first one is going to be contract purchase addendum for REO bid. You're going to open up that one. It's going to be right here. Let me close out everything else in here so you're not confused. All right. So here's the first form you'll be working on. I'm going to go through the form a little bit, and then I'll show you how it is to fill this out. It's very simple. This is a 13-page PDF document. You will need to use a PDF editor software in here. Although it's 13 pages, you only need to fill out or complete and edit 3 pages in this stack. Those pages or sections of the pages that need your input have been a check mark has been placed next to them. So here's what we're going to do. Down at the bottom of page 1, I put in parentheses the only pages that you need to edit. So in this one, the purchase addendum, you only need to edit or make edits on 2 pages, page number 1 and page number 12. Page number 1, you can see them. I put check mark next to all the areas that you need to correct. So what you would do is you would go over here, you would type in REO section so you can edit in there. And over here, you're going to look at your spreadsheet and you're going to determine whether or what the REO number is. How you will know what the REO or whether it's a case number, REO number, or MLS number, this little legend right here will show you how to determine which one you're looking at. You need this column and you need this column, the column that says seller. Under this column, you'll see whether the seller is HUD. Like here, if it was HUD, you'd be using a case number. You'll see over here if it says Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. If it does, you'll be using an REO number for Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. You would type that number in here. There is no REO number in this case. It's just a HUD number, but just for illustrative purposes, I'll write the HUD number or the case number in this place of the REO section. Over here, you would type in or make sure that the seller is either Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, or HUD. Again, you'll know that by looking in the seller column. Over here, you're going to place what the address is. So in this case, the address on this highlighted example is 7403 Belden. I typed it in here before, so it pre-fills. Down here, you're going to, the next check mark is the bid price. The bid price will be found right here. this column, column E, where it says bid and offer price. By the way, column C will be filled out with a complete address by the time you get this and open it. Right now, mine just says 7403 Belden Street, but it should have the city, the state, and the zip code following it, and that is what you will be putting in, or entering in directly into your contracts. So in column E, here is the sales price, 117,600. That's what you'll be typing there. The deposit under the next section where the check mark is. This is either going to be 500, 1,000, or this will be 1% of your sales price. So either $500, either $1,000, or either 1% of the sales price. You'll know what it should be based on column J where it says deposit amount. Column J, deposit amount. You're done everything on this page now. Now you need to go down to page 12. So I'm going to jump right to page 12. You would need to fill out the date right here. This date is 2/22/16. You'd be making sure that the seller is the correct one, whether it's Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, or HUD. So you'll need to check this, make sure this section and this section are correct. And then you may need to change this information. I will give you this information if you do need to change it. If I don't give you information, you can just leave it as none. Now that you're done this, you're going to go up, you're going to save as, you're going to save it into your Dropbox, into your folder file. The folder file you'll be looking for, again, is REO offers. That's where you're going to see either a HUD bids or an REO bids folder. One of the deals that you're working on will be in one of these two folders, or MLS bids folder. So you want to look in there for the work that I have assigned you. And you'll know which folder to look in based on, again, based on who your seller is here in your spreadsheet. That's the folder you'll go in and to access the file. In my case, this deal has been moved into an active deal. So if you're working on an offer for me and it turns into an active deal, I will cut and paste that folder out of REO offers and I will move it up into deals active. So this is where the folder is right now that I'm going to be working on. So I'm going to open up this. I'm going to save it in here, but I'm going to write the word test after it. Now I did these examples before, so I'm just going to say purchase addendum test. That's the same one. However, when you are saving these, I want for you to, instead of writing the word test here, I want you to write the address behind it. So it would be contract purchase addendum for REO bid dash. You'd write 7403 Belden. That's the address. You're going to do that for each time you save a contract specific to a property. I want you to get in the habit of that. We deal with a lot of contracts, and it helps me to distinguish which contract that goes to if I know that that the address is behind it. You're simply going to press save. In this case, I already saved it, so I'm just overwriting the initial file. The next document that I need you to fill out now that this one is done, you're going to go back into your contracts folder on your Dropbox. You're going to find contract with seller standard PA agreement. It's this one right here. You're going to open it. Here is your standard agreement. Now, this one, it's going to be very similar to the last in that I put check marks next to the areas that you need to fill out. Check marks are only going to be next to those blocks and none other. And if you look at the bottom of page 1, I also put the 3 pages you'll need to be annotating or editing in this stack of 13. This stack also has 13 pages. You don't need to identify or edit all 13 pages, only pages 1, 2, and 13. So let's go through it. On page 1, you only need to input the seller information. So far on the top right, you'll see there's a check mark. Seller information is going to go here. So let me annotate. Okay. In this case, you're going to refer again to your spreadsheet. Again, the seller in this case is HUD. You're going to put HUD. You do not need the seller's address. Down here under property, you're going to find the property address right here again. It would be 7403 Belden. Again, I already have it in here. I'm going to pre-fill that. Under your identification tag, this is where you're going to be writing your case number, your REO number, or your MLS number directly from this spreadsheet. Again, if you don't remember which one you're using, this little legend underneath of it will tell you which one to be used based on who your seller is. So in this case, it's HUD. So HUD, you're going to be writing a case number. So let's just write the word case number. You're going to select or choose the case number you're writing about. Put it right there. Next check mark, broker information. Unless I give you one, the answer here is none. You're done page 1. Now you're going to skip to page 2. Page 2, this is always going to be today's date. Keeping in mind if you and I are working on different time zones or dates, maybe I'm ahead of you, you need to make this date be the date that I will be receiving this to send it out. So today's the 22nd. I'm going to just write the 22nd in here. That's the date that needs to be there. The purchase price under line 4. Purchase price is going to be, again, it's going to be in column E, the bid and offer price. So here I'm going to write 117,600. The initial deposit, 7 days is going to be pre-filled. That's fine. This number right here, again, this is your deposit amount. This number, you can tell what that it should be by looking at column J right here. This number would be 1,176. You would, of course, just change that with your editing software. Line 26, settlement date. Settlement date is always going to be 30 days from today or from the date you're dating this contract. I would just put down in this case 3/22/16. That's 30 days. It's a month from now. Line 51, written acceptance of all parties will be on or before. You always want to make this 10 days from now. So what I would do is open up my calendar. I would just count 10 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 days from now. It would be the 3rd. So here you would write 3/3/2016. Okay. Then you're going to skip to page, I think it was what, 13. Let's go right to page 13. That was the last page in this group that you need to edit. I've already signed where it needs a signature and already initialed where that needs as well. You're going to be dating it. Again, this date is going to be today's date. You're also going to be adding seller information, which again is from column F, as in Frank right here. That would be HUD in this case. You're going to write HUD. All right, and then you do not date it here. Now, you're going to save it exactly the same way you saved your purchase addendum. You're going to go into your folder. In my case, again, it was Belden. Your case, it will be REO offers folder, and you'll find it in your appropriate folder. But again, mine is an active deal, so I'll be pulling it from there. I'm going to, again, look for or name this what it was already named, put a dash. I'm going to write test again, but you're going to write the name of the address behind it. So in this case, you would be writing 7403 Belden. Okay. And you're going to save it. In my case, it asks, do I want to overwrite it because it already exists? I'm going to say yes, but you won't have to do that. Okay, so 2/3 of your process is completed. You've already filled out the purchase addendum, which is here. All of this was filled. You've already filled out the contract, which is here. Let me go back to the full document so you can see it. And you have already filled out, so now that that's done, you're going to fill out the last form. You're going to go to your internet browser. I sent you a link for best transactional funding in your welcome package along with the other links of the websites we use. It should be in your favorites bar. You just want to open to it. In my case, I opened it directly from my favorites bar under vendors. There's best transaction funding. I clicked it, boom, and now we're open. You want to go to, well, here's the home page as you would see it. You want to go to best transactional funding. You want to go down to proof of funds. When you click on proof of funds, this will open. You want to click on proof of funds right here. You're going to put in first name, my name, Gabriel, Second last name, Jimenez. The company is always going to be Gateway Financial. The telephone is going to be 610-713-8453. That's the work, our office line here. You should have already had that as well. Email address, this is where you're going to enter your personal or your work email address because these proof of funds forms are going to come directly to you. I want you to put the email address you've established for our work in here. That way, when they send it to you, you can save it directly into the Dropbox and upload it along with the other two forms. For illustrative purpose, I'm going to use my email address. Property type is always residential. Property address will be taken directly from line or column C on your spreadsheet, 7403. Belden. Okay, city is Philadelphia. Again, that will be in column C. Philadelphia. State is Pennsylvania, column C. Zip code 19111. Your offer price will be the same that was in column E. It's going to be 117,600. Okay, there it goes. Letter type, you're always going to keep company name, company and name. You'll scroll down, you'll put a check mark here. I have read and accepted the disclosures, and you're going to press submit. When you press submit, it'll say thank you, your information was received, and then it will send it to your email. When you get it in your email, it will look like this. Let's see here. It will say proof of funds, POF. You just want to open it, and this is what you're going to be looking at. Here's all the information that you've put in. You're going to, there's the loan amount, there's the address. It's already signed by our lender. You're going to come up here, you're going to save file as. Again, you're going to save this to the Dropbox. Find the folder you're working in. You want to save it again as POF. Of course, I'm going to write this, call this test. You're going to put the address behind it though, so I can identify it easily. You're going to press save. Okay, you are done the 3 steps you needed to do in order to submit an offer. You have created a purchase addendum, you have created a contract with seller, standard PA agreement, and you have completed a proof of funds with our lender. Okay, so then what I need you to do is go into your email, open up a new email. You're going to address it to me. You're going to, in the subject line, you're going to put the case number or REO number or HUD number. That is in column B. So in this case, it would be 446-049-405. You're going to put the property address, 7403 Belden, and then you're going to write offer package. Offer package, you're going to go up to attach file, and you're going to attach the 3 items you just saved into from the Dropbox. This one, and this one. The addendum, the contract, and the proof of funds. Then you're going to click insert. Then you can say something in the content like, here you go, Gabe. Here you go. And then just send it. When I get it, it's going to come to my email. I will open it, I will save it, and then I will do what I need to do with it. So that's that. You have successfully completed a offer package or submitted an offer package to me. Module 4 training is completed. Guys, again, I want to thank you so much for your dedication and attentiveness in learning this information. Your success is very important to me. Your job is extremely important to me. When you get stuck on anything, please stop what you're doing and reach out to me. The only way I will know there's a problem is if you tell me, and that way I can help you fix it. My job is to make sure you're successful, and I very much want the opportunity to continue to do that. So please always ask me questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question, and you can't ask me too many questions. Bring them on. The better you do at your job, the better that I will be able to do at my business as well. So again, I want to thank you for being here, and I will talk to you next time in the next module. Thank you.